My name is Jen. What's your name?
Lena.
So nice to meet you. So, Lena, what brought you out here tonight in the first place to this Bernie Sanders results watch party?
Well, I was a volunteer at the Dearborn Field office, and I was, I knocked something like 300 to 500 doors, and I'm in town, so, But if you're asking me what brought me to volunteer for Sanders, it's because I think he's the last shot we have at some semblance of justice in this country before we have to resort to means that are beyond the electoral system. Protests, unionizing efforts, that sort of thing.
Absolutely. So speaking specifically about Bernie Sanders' policies, what impacts you the most? Maybe it's Medicare for all, or the Green New Deal, or free public college.
I mean, if you're asking me what impacts me most,
you or the people you love.
It's an equal split between Medicare and foreign policy. I grew up in Palestine. I know what it's like to live under fascism, I know what it's like to be colonized. Fundamentally, American foreign policy is imperialist. It's oppressive. It violates the sovereignty and will of the peoples of the rest of the world. So what else are we meant to do,
So you feel like Bernie Sanders is your only hope? Would that be accurate?
He's a push in the right direction, but in my opinion, he's a compromise,
What would you like to see from him differently?
I would like to see him go meaner, I feel as if he needs to be more cutthroat. That's what I heard the most when I was talking out to voters. They want him to be meaner. They think he's going to get slammed against Trump, which I disagree with, but it would still help in the nomination.
So there's a debate coming up on Sunday. Do you think that he will go in against Joe Biden more than he has so far?
No, sadly, but he might. I feel as if during the debate, Joe Biden will sort of make the case against him for us, but we'll see.
So what do you think about, being Palestinian, what do you think about Bernie Sanders' policy when it relates to Palestine and Israel?
I feel as if it's not nearly enough, but it is a formative step in a direction that will lead us to justice.
How are you feeling? Okay, so here's the tough question. How are you feeling now after Bernie Sanders lost Michigan?
Well, the left needs to prepare to do stuff beyond this election, beyond this nomination. And I'm not talking preparing for 2024. I'm talking preparing to fight for justice no matter what it takes.
What would that look like? Maybe a yellow vest movement, or?
I think the Gilets Jaunes are a good model, but fundamentally, U.S. radicalism is not at the level that the French have achieved. And what I think is that we're going to have to formulate a new approach. And I don't know what that's going to look like, but we'll see over the next few years.
What do you have, and I've been asking this question of everyone, what do you have to say to the people who are at home? You have fought so hard personally for Bernie Sanders, knocking on so many doors. What about the people who have not voted yet, are maybe thinking about volunteering, are volunteering? What do you have to say?
Do it, but don't place your hopes in it. Think about what happens beyond this. Obviously, Joe Biden, if he gets the nomination, which is still a question, he's going to lose. So think about what we can do to resist fascism and to resist liberal capitalism beyond Bernie Sanders. This is a movement. There's more to it than one man. Bernie Sanders is a vessel through which we speak.
That makes a lot of sense, and that's something that people tend to put their politicians up on pedestals. But what you're speaking of is a wider movement, a wider purpose.
The Democratic Party has long focused on an identity politic where what makes a politician good is what minority groups they represent rather than who their policies will impact. Bernie Sanders represents a move in the opposite direction, which I feel is a positive change, and I think we're going to see more of that.
Makes a lot of sense. Thank you so much for your time. If you have any last things to say, go for it.
Get ready. Prepare yourself, prepare your family, whatever you need to do.
Thank you so much. Really appreciate it. It was so great to meet you.
It was so great to meet you too.
Thank you. Hi. You do look like Nina. Hi, my name.
Oh my God.
My name is Jen. What's your name?
My name is Sadie.
It's so nice to meet you, Sadie. So what brought you here to the Bernie Sanders results watch party?
I came to watch the results.
Of course, of course. But speaking about policy, what policies make you support Bernie Sanders?
Well, I was really interested about the idea that he had to decide to look at what we're going to do about immigration. So I am an immigrant, right? I live in a state that is at the border. I live in a city that is 5 minutes away from Canada. I live in a community that have seen more than 200% jump in enforcement, in deportation, in family separation. Personally, last summer, I know 76 people personally in my community that was deported.
Oh my God.
So being able to talk with a candidate that is seriously looking at what can we do to change this? What can we do to create more sensible policies? That was a game changer. So of course, education. I owe so much money, I don't think I'm going to be able to ever afford my daughter, who is 14 today, going to college, having access to health care. So there are things that actually we like, okay, yeah. You know, when you are part of the community that have to hold 2 or 3 jobs just to make ends meet, his message was very, inspiring. And after living under the last 4 years under this administration, I'm Muslim, the Muslim ban happened, right? In the 12 countries that was banned, 11 of them are Muslim majority. 6 of them are from Africa. I'm an African. This president called us from shithole countries. So there is a lot that have happened in the last 4 years that I could not have sit in the sideline and watch. Yeah.
Wow, absolutely incredible and completely understandable how passionate you are. So how does it make you feel that now we know that Bernie Sanders has not won Michigan?
You know? How do you know? I don't know. I'm going to wait till we finish looking at all the ballots and stuff like that to really see what the numbers look like. You know, we might well have lost, but I'm really want to see how thin the margin is. And we're going to take a good night's sleep. And when we wake up tomorrow, we'll have to see where we're going. How do we move forward? I mean, it's going to have to do the same mental work we did when we wake up after Trump won. And we'll see.
Did you volunteer for Bernie, or what was your experience before this?
Yes, we knocked at doors. I've been knocking at doors since the beginning. Make calls, send text messages. Yeah. Every weekend, walk the turf, call to people, and yeah.
So there are a lot of people sitting at home watching right now, maybe feeling despondent. What do you think that they should do?
I mean, we still have to get up in the morning and do what we have to do, especially here in Michigan and from Detroit. You know you cannot sit at home and just cry your eyes out. No. Because your bills are waiting for you, right? People still have to go see their children at the hospital. People still don't have access to water. So we have a lot of issues in this city that we have not handled yet. So we are going to get up tomorrow as true Detroiters and hit the road again. There is no change in that, that's for sure. So we're going to get up tomorrow and grind. So what are we doing?
I think that's super inspiring to a lot of people out there. Do you have anything else that you want to tell the people at home? Any last thoughts you want to leave us with?
I mean, fight your fight, because this is what it is. Don't let it to anybody else to do it for you. Whatever it is, make it happen. If we want this society to change, we need to be part of it.
Thank you so much. It was wonderful to meet you. Thank you.
Thank you very much for your time.
I appreciate you.
Hope you enjoyed that last video. Hop on over to statuscoup.com, where you can sign up for our email list and become a member for as low as $5 to $10 a month. Membership is how we grow. That's statuscoup.com/join. And remember, join our email list so we can grow the revolution with you.